History is written by the conquerors, by those strong enough to conquer and destroy, by those strong enough to destroy and also create, by those who are prepared to move mountains. History is written by those who are prepared to strike the earth. But was that also the case of a dwarven outpost called Kastithuzagler? Passage ships. Only time will tell. It's time to strike the earth. We arrived here with a miner, a woodworker, a mason, a metal crafter, a fisher dwarf, planter, and an expedition leader. A bunch of animals also followed us. Stray dogs, stray cats, and various other things. And they decided that the place where they arrived would be a perfect place to strike the earth. And while there's no elves around, maybe we can chop some trees. Because the trees are gonna give us the resources we need to get this thing off the ground. And that begins by building a carpenter. For the carpenter is gonna provide some doors for us. After all, we cannot just leave this place open, can we? There is a river nearby as well, so we shall build a fishery. And well, so it begins right from the start. Looks like the Wolverine attacked our dogs, and now it's paying for that. It's still alive though. She suffered a major injury and experienced trauma. We're gonna have to finish her. But that day is not today, and thankfully our dogs protected us. Another reason to build doors. But it's time to go deeper because we have found some very interesting ores down below. So let's make this, for now, our central cavern. And would you look at that, we have already struck gold. Just below the main entrance, we're gonna build our kitchen, because the dwarves will get hungry and thirsty, and we cannot have that. Some people might be overly enthusiastic, and Murul Riprock is doing exactly that. He is still going, still mining ore. Looks like we really have a lot out here. We've made some beds, we've made some chairs, we made some doors, but the next thing we really want to work on are bins and barrels, because we'll have a lot to store out here. And this right here is gonna be our food storage to go with our kitchen and our brewery. A bit further below will be a much needed stoneworker and a bit less needed jeweler. And now that we have all of that, I think it's time we assign a bookkeeper, Shorast Udust Moss, and a manager, Mistim Kodmeng, because managers will be needed for work orders, so we can make beds, barrels, and bins whenever we need them. So we can prepare meals and brew drinks from plants and fruits, and cut gems so we can trade them for more valuable things, and make various other things we will need around our fortress. Of course, our bookkeeper and manager will require their own offices, so let's assign this one to our expedition leader and this one to our bookkeeper. Now that we have a bookkeeper, we know exactly how much food, drinks, seeds, and all the rest we have. Let's be real, it's not much. Maybe we should gather some wild roots and such. Those plants will be put to good use in our kitchen as we make drinks for our new tavern that has happened over here. And when I say it's happened, I just mean we just built it. There are mugs in here, there are some tables, we'll need more, and of course there's dogs hanging around as well. As we build more tables, we will add more tables. And while I promise these dwarves that they'll be able to sleep in bed soon, we decided to mine storage first. They're rough fellas. They can sleep on the ground for a bit longer. And there we go. We have storage down below now. Hopefully soon dwarves will bring the goods in here and we can put them to good use later. Glory be! Some migrants have arrived. And our population have been boosted by 8 new dwarves. A woodcutter, another woodcutter, a glassmaker, a farmer, a beekeeper, mechanic, and 2 dwarven children. Let's put them to good use, because we're gonna need bedrooms soon. And when I say soon, I mean now. It seems like we have used all the wood already to make our wooden bins, wooden beds, wooden many things. I'm sure the elves would not be too enthusiastic to see what we're doing here. But let's be real, who cares about elves, right? This is Dwarven land now. And Dwarven land has Dwarven needs. Let's build some bedrooms. Autumn has arrived, which means the winter is close. With winter coming, we'll probably need to create a squad to defend this place. So who's gonna be our militia commander? Nobody has any relevant skills, so we'll take our mechanic. Let's make this an archer squad. And we'll add in our beekeeper, our glassmaker, our farmer, and maybe our fisher dwarf. The heroic fences, that seems like a great name. Oh, we have actually struck some bituminous coal. That is great to see. Unfortunately, there is not much of it here, but we will need it if we want to use our new smelter. So for now, we'll have to make do with just some charcoal made out of wood. Winter hardships are certainly coming, but first, a supply caravan from the furnaces of language has arrived. Now we need to assign a broker to trade, and it seems like Zuthan Isetulon, our glassmaker, should be the one to do it. For now, we will trade some gems with them, and maybe some of our finished goods. Onget Elicator has arrived. He is the liaison from the mountain homes. For next year, we'll ask for some yarn, and maybe some seeds as well. And what they expect next year is some shields and bucklers, so that is what we will have to prepare. Should be pretty simple to do. And the merchants have also arrived and are unloading their goods now. So let us trade. For now, we will offer them our gem bin with various gems that we have created. Some of these have really good value. Let's see what they have. A bismuth bronze short sword and spear, an iron mace and a bronze mace, a crossbow, maybe some leather armor and a hood, a bag with plump helmets, and some cave wheat seeds, maybe some copper bolts for our archers, maybe some meat because we have none, some plans to brew beer, and some fish to eat, some thread and yarn, and maybe a quiver or two. How about some cheese as well, some leather and some cloth, and I think now the merchants will be satisfied with their profit. He seems ecstatic with the trading. Clearly we had no idea of the real value of the gems we just traded them. But that's fine, we got a lot for this. And now the dwarves will slowly bring it all in. Also, looks like our coal vein is going very deep into this here mountain. Autumn is also a perfect time to pick up some hazelnuts, some cherry flowers, some pecans. So I will tell my people to gather fruit up here in this high place. And we can store all of that in for the winter. We can use it to make food, we can use it to make drinks. Our food count is definitely going up. We're up to 500 food, 143 drinks, plenty of seeds that we are not really planting anywhere. But once we dig deeper down here, we will hopefully find some natural caverns where we can grow stuff in the rich soil. For now though, we can at least finally say that all the bedrooms have been completed. The basic ones. We'll need to provide some more stuff to these people. Also, one of our pups have starved to death. That's a bit unfortunate. I guess they did not like our plant-based diet here. Oh, would you look at that? We have gotten some more migrants. A metal crafter, a fishery worker, a presser, and another dwarven child. Just as we built enough bedrooms for everybody, we got new dwarves. Also, when I told every dwarf to go out there and pick flowers, I think I have lagged out the game. Hopefully, it will soon return back to normal. For that zone has been deleted now, and as you can see, we have plenty of drinks and plenty of food stored now. Who doesn't like rhubarb biscuits? And who doesn't like having a bunch of dogs inside their dining area? When I told everybody to gather food, everything stopped. Every other work. Nobody was making barrels because nobody was chopping wood to make barrels. But the balance have returned now. We got wood again and hopefully barrels soon. I don't know if it was all of that food or what happened, but the game unfortunately is bricking right now. And while you would think that bricks are good in a Dwarf Fortress, not in this case. Unfortunately, not even reloading the game helped. So we'll see what I can do to resolve this issue. And now at last, what we all know was arriving has arrived. The winter is here. And let's hope we can survive it. We have plenty of food and plenty of drinks stored. Hopefully that will be enough. We are now also in the process of forging some battle axes from iron and a bunch of iron shields as well. With that, we'll create a new squad and equip them. But first, I want to mine out some kind of barracks up on the upper floor for those brave dwarves who will fight any intruders. Oh, would you look at that? Our first visitor, first non-dwarven visitor. There he is, a human axeman. He's got a shield, he's got an axe. Only 19 years old. And he feels fondness talking with an acquaintance. And he feels satisfied after getting into argument. He has a great affinity for language and a sharp intellect, but he has poor memory. He's quite ambitious. He's quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture. He has an active sense of humor. He's often cheerful. He does not often feel lustful. He does not go out of his way to help others. He has a sense of duty. He laughs in a unique way whenever he's annoyed. I hope he doesn't get annoyed over here. I did say we're gonna create another squad. And these guys give me the smokes of whipping. And they're already grabbing some iron battle axes and iron shields that we have created. These guys are gonna be some good fighting dwarves. We will also create a couple of iron mail shirts for them, and maybe some iron helmets as well. Luckily, we do have plenty of iron bars, and also plenty of coke. The barracks for our dwarves is slowly but surely completing, and this is where they're gonna have their archery targets so they can train shooting at stuff. Hopefully, for a long while, they will not need to shoot at real stuff, but for now, archery targets will do. And now we have a human bard also visiting our tavern. That is very nice. He has 2 lovers and 1 child. He begins speaking in a monotone whenever he's angered. He inhales sharply when he's angry. He becomes very focused during conversations when he's angry. Well, let's hope he does not get angry here, because our dwarves will deal with him very fast. Iron helmets have been completed. Iron chainmails have been completed. Maybe forging some iron gauntlets for our dwarves should be done next. These items might not be of the highest quality, but we'll do our best. And we're trying to make the same with some leather helmets and such for our other squad, the archers, or as they are known, the heroic fences. Unfortunately, the game is still very laggy and breaking. I'm not sure exactly why and what is happening, because when I streamed this game for 4 hours yesterday, it worked perfectly fine the whole time. Alas, today, not so perfect. So in our mining for coal up here, we have found some claim loam cavern floors. This is where we could actually grow. It's certainly not a perfect place, but if we want to continue producing many barrels of alcohol, like we have right now, then maybe we should grow something. We have a lot of seeds, so we'll plant some plump helmets over here, and they might as well grow throughout the whole year. Ah yes. Look at them all go. And so the year ends, and spring has begun once again. It's first of granite, early spring. Kostithugzuglar, the passage ship, the outpost, have survived for its first full year. But not only have our dwarves survived, may I say, they have indeed thrived. Alas, this is only the beginning, and there surely are some more hardships to come. But these dwarves are strong, and together they will survive. For the time has come to dig deep and go deeper than any dwarf has ever gone before. Deep down below into the caverns beyond. Alas, that awaits us next time. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure. I'll see you next time.